Hello, hello, hello. It's Tuesday evening, and this is our Wisdom Chat for the Curious show. We're so tickled that you're here. And we're also a podcast. You can find us on any of your favorite podcast platforms just under Natural Curiosity. And I'm Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe, and my co host is Marion LaSalle. Hello, Marion.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh,
Nice to be here.
it is so good to be here. We'd only do this show once a week in the evening, and it's so different from our daytime show, the Daily Reset for Success. But we have just as much fun on this show. They're both wonderful, and we love doing them, don't we, Marion?
I look forward to it.
I do.
It's always something different. It's always wonderful. And tonight we have a guest, and her name is Dr. Rita
Lose.
Lose.
Say.
And she is having just some minor issues with her computer, so we expect her any second now.
There she
And
is.
maybe we're still working on it.
Come on, Rita. Come on, Rita.
Right. So while she's trying to get on, we're going to talk about some senior fitness programs. Hello, Rita.
Uh-oh, she's freezing.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Rita.
Yeah.
I've had that challenge too, so I know what you're going through.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can hear us.
So Rita is talking a little bit tonight about senior fitness. And so until we can get her scheduled maybe on a landline or something where her computer's not lagging behind, we're gonna just keep right on going.
Yay.
So one of the things that I love to do is play pickleball. So I've noticed that pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the United States. And most everybody is older than I am. At least they look older than I do. And I'm sure they are. I even played with a 90-year-old, and it was fantastic. And they go all over the United States playing in tournaments, and they really make a big deal of it. And a lot of people are like, well, tell me more about pickleball, Marion. Mm-hmm. So let me tell you a little bit about pickleball. So there was this young family that was having a reunion in their backyard. And they were bored and they were trying to find things to do. And somebody had a badminton net, and somebody had some ping pong rackets, and somebody had some wiffle balls, the kind with the little holes in them. So they just started making up their own game, and the next thing you know, the dog came over and took the ball. Well, guess what his name is?
Pickle.
Exactly, Pickles. So that's how they came up with pickleball, and they refused to change the name, even though they think if they could change the name into something a little more serious, they'd be taken more seriously and get into the Olympics and things like that. But they refused. They said, no, we like the name. It's pickleball.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
Can Rita talk? Are you there, Rita? I guess not. We can't hear you.
Yeah. No, her computer is just too slow. It just can't take it.
Let it be the old-fashioned way.
What's that?
Her phone.
Oh, she's on the phone.
No, she's going to try the phone. You see?
Is there a number I can?
No.
Number I can use?
So sorry. I'm sorry, Rita. We'll just have to reschedule.
We're getting bits and pieces. That's all we're getting.
Not even bits. It's just little pieces.
Aww.
Okay, so back to my pickleball story.
Let me try.
Yeah.
So
is that better now? I can hear you, but you.
No, we can hear you now. Whoops, it left again. And your picture keeps freezing.
Not going.
Some days are better than others, huh?
Yeah, we can't go on like this. We're sorry. So anyway, let me finish my pickleball story.
Hi, Rita. Sorry, we'll call. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
So pickleball is played in almost every single YMCA in the country, and sometimes probably even out of the country. They may call it something different, but it's played all over. And I have friends and associates who do play in tournaments, and they love it. And here in Houston, it's huge. Okay, so not only does every YMCA, but any community center you find has at least one day a week where they play pickleball, and they're just taking over. It's just amazing. Now,
No.
a lot of people don't understand what it is, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Okay, so imagine that you're on a ping pong table, okay, and you have a partner, right? You have two people, it's kind of crowded, and you're kind of crowded in there, right? Well, imagine that you open it up to like a tennis court, so now you have a little more room, but you still have a partner. And imagine that the ball is not a tennis ball, but a wiffle ball. It has holes in it, so it's easy to hit it, and it goes far and fast, or slow. I'm sorry, it's much slower than a tennis ball, and it doesn't hurt you if it hits you and things like that. So it's easier than tennis, and it's harder than pickleball. I mean, ping pong.
Ping pong.
Yeah, it's a cross between the two.
I gotcha. Just a bigger arena.
Yeah, it's a more exercise than, ping pong, and it's not as bad as tennis, because tennis is really hard on your knees, and you run a lot. There's a lot of movement. Pickleball is slower. I shouldn't say slower. I've seen pretty fast games. It's less strenuous.
Uh-huh.
So that's one of the ways that you could stay fit as a senior and have friends and meet new friends and do things that you might like to do. Wherever you are, whatever city you happen to be in, you could find a YMCA and see their schedule and drop in. It's awesome. What about you, Lady Lou?
Well, Marion, a lot of people who are on Medicare have that thing, especially the Advantage programs, have the, silver sneakers that the
Yes.
insurance will pay for the Y membership. And check your policy and see, or call your agent. Ask them if you have that little perk, because it's a huge perk, actually, if you can have the Y, and you can go and meet new people and play games and just have a whole different perspective and get healthier at the same time. My insurance doesn't have it, unfortunately, but I got a Y very close. So
Yes, I do remember taking you to the gym one day, hoping that you would sign up, and you just looked at me like, I am not coming in here and getting on these machines. No, not going to do it. So I know that you stay active by working in your garden. So you like to plant trees and flowers and plants, and you like to get out there and rake, and you do a lot of things around your property that helps keep you fit, correct?
Yes. I'd rather do that any day. And I have to tell you, I was thinking about this the other day. It goes back to something my mother said all her life. I don't exercise. And I bought it. So I don't exercise. I got to erase that, and I'm working on that. I've got several little things. The one good thing she gave me throughout her whole life, she always said, I don't get headaches. I don't get headaches either. Never have, and probably never will. I bought into that mindset. And I'll bet you've got some of those too, Marion. And everybody out there, you've got some. Be thinking what they are. Because we've been programmed since we were little by our parents, by the media, by church, by whatever. And we buy into it, and it becomes part of us. So I'm tickled not to have headaches, but I don't exercise.
Hi, Karen. Karen's
Hi,
in the
Karen.
audience. She's saying hello.
Just glad you're here.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Right.
Okay, so yes, let's talk about that because I think that's important. Our childhood, especially our parents, and maybe something that happened to us in grade school might have some impact on whether or not we exercise or take care of ourselves. Okay,
Right.
so I don't think she's listening tonight, but Ricky McKenna, who is a nutritionist and a coach, Mary Morrissey life coach. We just made a deal, and I am taking her training to
One.
help myself get healthier. And one of the things we talked about today is mindset. And for me, that's where it all is.
Oh, yeah.
So she reminded me of some of the things, just like you said, my mother said, my father said. And I remember driving down the road, and my mother saw somebody just going down the road, swinging their arms. And she goes, "Oh my gosh, isn't that we look at how silly they look. You believe they would be just going down the road?" And so I don't ever swing my arms when I'm out walking. I don't want to look silly like that.
Uh-oh.
Right? I mean, things that our parents said, things that are in our childhood. Do you remember in grade school and I think it was junior high that you had to go to gym
Yep.
and they really embarrassed you if you couldn't do some of the things that they wanted you to do? I remember they used to make us swim. Now, I lived in Michigan, and even in July, if it's not a heated pool, that water's cold. And they used to make us get in there and swim, and they thought it was funny. It
No.
wasn't funny. I
No.
didn't like it at all.
No.
No.
Oh.
What about you, Lady Lou? What did they make you to do, or what did they say other
Well,
than I don't exercise?
I think I was saved by the day, so to speak, because when I was 6, my mom and dad bought a farm, a 180-acre farm, and we became farm hands. So we got exercise like I do up here on my little farmette. We worked outdoors. We had cows at one point. We had pigs at one point. We raised sheep at one point. We always had crops, hay and wheat and things like that. We were always active as kids. We were never heavy. We ate like farm hands. My mother was an excellent cook. And then one day, my dad decided to take a new job. He was tired of struggling because farms take a lot of work and a lot of money, and there just wasn't a lot of work in that little town where we lived. So he moved us all to Kansas, Hutchinson, Kansas. We hated it. We were farm kids. We didn't want to live in the city. And I got fat because I didn't have anything to do. We had a cat. And I'm used to having horses and cows and chickens and you name it, and playing out in 180 acres and riding and doing whatever. And we went back to the farm after a year. The weight fell off, just fell off because I was active again. So my key is to stay active outside, or I guess I can walk around the house if I have to, if it's raining hard or snowing or whatever, which doesn't happen too often in Texas. But I don't when I'm in the house. I sit. Mostly I'm at my computer. Once in a while, I'll sit and watch a TV program, but TV just doesn't interest me much anymore. But
So
I like being outside.
So Karen is quite active in our little comment area here. Let me read to you.
All
For
right.
those of you who are on the podcast and can't see this, she's saying any movement of garden or dancing is exercise. So you can get rid of that mother's message to you that you're not exercising. And you can swing your arms out there, and you can lift your legs a little higher, and you can move around a little more, right? And Karen also says that her parents were ballroom dancers.
Wow.
How fun is that?
Yes.
Oh, now
Well,
I'm wondering if you caught any of that ballroom training, Karen.
well,
And Karen,
dancing is great exercise, and yet it's not exercise in the normal term, like working out at a machine or doing push-ups.
mhm.
I love that.
So Karen says she grew up in the country. The cows next door sometimes came to our kitchen window. How fun! Oh, that would be so cool.
Oh, yeah, except when you step in the mess.
Oh,
Oh, you didn't think about that, did you, Marion?
no, I did not grow up on a farm. I don't know about the mess. Although in the parades, I know the horses drop nice little presents, and you got to be careful not to step in that. That's about as far as I've got.
Horses don't do messy poop, but cows, oh my God. You don't want to step in cow poop.
No, I don't want to step in any poop.
No.
Not dog poop or nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, let's just jump over and give us a little more exercise.
There you go. So I think staying fit doesn't necessarily mean you're going to the gym every day. I think it's staying active and doing what you love, including going to the gym if that's what you really like.
Right.
So I'm sure that there are a number of different ways that seniors can stay fit other than, pushing weights up and down or walking on a treadmill. I've seen a lot of seniors put their tennis shoes on and go to the mall. Now, we don't have many malls left here in the Houston area. I think we only have one that I know of, and that's the Galleria. Who
But
wants to go to the Galleria?
And it's air conditioned.
Well, this is true.
Yeah, and a lot of seniors do Tai Chi. That slow motion, and they have videos. You can stand in front of your television and do Tai Chi. I used to do that years and years and years ago, and it was quite fun, and it was easy on the body.
You know what I love to do, and that's dance. So Karen is saying in the comment area, she's saying that her mom used to put on a record, and she would line up and do the foxtrot, the cha-cha, and the waltz.
Woo.
Now that's nice.
Yeah.
I like the cha-cha. Okay, so I have a real fun story about the cha-cha.
Oh.
So my sister used to own Arthur Murray Dance Studios.
No kidding.
And I used to go in the summertime, and I would live with her for the summer in Erie, Pennsylvania, or wherever she happened to be. She lived in New York, and she lived in California. But anyway, I digress. She would take all the students over to Cherry Hill, New Jersey, to the Playboy Club, and we would have competitions. So she put me in 2 competitions. One was the cha-cha. You'd love that, Karen. I'll cha-cha with you any day. And the other was freestyle. So she taught me as a beginner. I was in the beginner class, so she taught me because she was the owner of it and she knew the dances. It was rare. It was very interesting, and I loved every minute of it. And I won 2 first place trophies.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I think a lot of seniors can stay fit dancing, playing pickleball, meeting their friends at the mall, going for hikes in the parks. There's lots of different parks around, and they have walkways around. There's in the I forget what the name of it is, but there's a loop around, a 3-mile loop around lots of woods. What's it called, Lady Lou?
Laps.
Well, no, it's a track in Houston off of Memorial Parkway.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I used to go down there, and it's nice. It's open 24 hours a day. It's all lit, and you can walk around this. It's all walkway, and let's see what Karen's saying here. Karen says, set a timer on your iPhone or alarm to get up from your chair. That's for you, Lady Lou.
Except I don't have a phone.
That's true. She doesn't have a cell phone, Karen. Sorry.
Sorry, I had to set a timer.
And Karen says she also won a trophy for disco in college in Kalamazoo.
Wow.
I didn't know they had trophies for disco.
Why not? Yeah. Oh.
John Travolta and all.
We're digging up old stuff from our past, aren't we?
Well, a lot of it is still being done, I see a lot of meetups where they'll meet you at the park, or they'll go hiking with you, or you can join a group of people that are walking in your neighborhood. Here in Houston, we have Oh, Karen's saying get an egg timer.
I got one better than that. It's better.
Anyway, we have what they call the Bayou, and it runs all up and down the Braeswood Parkways or boulevards, and it is a really nice way to get some good exercise in.
It is.
And it's nice, it's clean, it's safe.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Out in the wide open. No, it's not hidden.
Oh, I remember the name of it. It's called the Memorial Park.
Oh,
It's 3 miles around Memorial Park.
3 miles. Well, that's a perfect type of exercise.
It took us about 45 minutes. We'd meet the referral business builders used to meet there once a week.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if you think, well, my climate is too hot, like Houston in the summertime, go early in the morning. If you can get there like 6 o'clock, which, oh my God, who wants to get up at 6? But that's when it's the coolest. And
you of all people telling people to get somewhere at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well, if you're dedicated, you will.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't like the heat. I'm one of those people who doesn't like to sweat. I think women perspire and men sweat, but I don't like to do either one.
We glisten.
Huh?
We glisten.
Yeah, we glisten.
Oh, so Karen is suggesting if you'd like to jiggle the weight off, that you could do some horseback riding.
That is excellent. And you know what else horseback riding does for you? I learned this from Janice Terra, the horse whisperer. She says when you're riding, you're just, even when the horse is just walking, you're massaging your internal organs. How about that? I never thought about it. That's interesting. And I love horses. Gosh, it's been so long since I've been on one right now. I don't know if I could even get on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. No.
I love horses. I would love to have one. But
okay, so I have another way for people to stay fit. Okay. So I kind of gave it up, but I could start it again. I'm talking to myself here now. My friends like Marla Reagan and a few other people would get on Zoom at a special time, like 8 o'clock in the morning, and we would put the disco music on. Thank you, Karen, for reminding me of this. We would put the disco music on, and we would just move around and try not to look at each other, but we knew each other were there. We were counting on each other showing up. It was a thing, and somehow or another we just faded away from that, but it was a lot of fun, and we did show up because we knew somebody was waiting for us. So think about that. We could do Zoom, and maybe we could watch a video that shows the Tai Chi or some other kind of fitness exercise or activity. How about that?
And Zoom is a free platform. Now, if you use the free version, they give you 40 minutes and then you have to start all over. But I mean, you can have as many 40 minutes as you like. So if it ends, you just redo it and start another one. But it's a free thing. You can get on there with your friends and just do 30 minutes at a time if you want to, and then maybe do 30 minutes later in the day. But it's terrific to have a partner or 2 or 3.
Yes, so Karen says that her dad was a lifeguard, so they learned how to swim and save our lives and probably save other lives as well.
You bet.
And you're right, Karen. I could start my own dance podcast again. I did it once before. I could do it again because I do love disco. It makes me move, okay? And now with Pandora, you don't even have to buy any music. You can just turn Pandora on and you could just disco your little heart out.
Tell us what Pandora is for us old folks.
You don't know what Pandora is?
I've heard you mention it, but I don't know what it is.
Okay, Pandora is a software that lives either on your computer or on your phone, and it's just a little app, and it's so cool that you tell it what kind of radio station you would like. All right, so let me see if you all can see Pandora on here. It has a little 1 in front of it.
Okay.
You see that one right there? That's Pandora.
Okay.
All right, and all you do is click on it. And when you click on it, it allows you to pick.
This is a song that we did about. Wait a minute.
I better not do it right now, but
Don't you know how that
yes, I
don't
can.
lose anything either.
Well, is it a free?
Hold on. Yeah, there's free and paid.
Okay.
Hold on, let me turn it off. There we go. So you can make your own stations. So let's see if you can see some of these stations. I have the Elvis Presley station. I have 70s rock radio, Motown, 70s love song, 70s rock,
So
60s oldies, classical lounge radio, 80s pop. Literally, you can create any channel you want, and you just turn the channel on, and it plays all these songs that you would like from that genre. Or like, I like Katie Lang, and there's certain, Gloria Gaynor, Earth, Wind and Fire, all those, Whitney Houston. You put that music on, and I have to dance. Okay, I have to dance. So you just turn Pandora on, and voila.
You're good to go. And it's free. Oh, see, there's so much out there now that's free. So just check it all out. Marion is such a wealth of information. She loves technology, and I love her. So I love some technology.
I do love technology. It has given us the opportunity to do whatever we want whenever we want, unless it goes down. Okay. And then it's bad. Kind of like we had a wonderful guest on tonight.
Yeah.
She is a fitness expert. And what is her website, Lady Lou? Because I really want people to be able to connect with her.
I am so sorry. I don't know.
Oh.
Go to Facebook. Go to Facebook and type in Rita, Rita Losee. Losee. Oh, Marion's going to do it. Okay. So I would imagine somewhere on that on the Facebook page, she would have a website, but I don't know. But we were so tickled to have her come on tonight, and somehow her computer just would not behave. And we know we've all been through that part, so we'll reschedule her. Don't worry, we'll bring her back because she's such a delightful lady.
I just did an internet search, and Amazon came up. She has Soaring Seniors, Stories, Steps, and Strategies for Living Full Out After 50, 60, and 70. It's a paperback that she wrote, and it is a bestseller. And she looks awesome. So please reach out to Rita Losee. Losee.
Yeah.
And I know she has a company, and I know she's a speaker, and she's got so much to offer.
Oh,
she really does.
She's just dynamic. You think when we get to be seniors, we don't exactly act dynamic, but this lady, oh my goodness, dynamic.
She's an RN, so that's a registered nurse, and I know she's a doctor. I'm not sure what her doctorate's in, but she has dedicated her life for Soaring Seniors.
Yes. I think
looks like she has a radio show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And her website, I'm looking for her website.
Okay. She had a story, and it's been over a year since she told me what her story is, why she is so healthy now. I believe she was ill, but I can't swear to that. But I bet you if you find her website, the story will be on there. So if she can come back and be this dynamic, we can all do it. And she'll help you teach it for you, and read her books, because that's amazing. Writing books is not easy. I would love to write a book, and I've written several, and a couple of them are in my computer. They sleep in there. I've never gotten them out. So anyway, there's so much out there for all of us to choose from. And that's the beauty of life. We choose what we want to do or play. So what do you find?
I love that Lady Lou, her tagline is she's Chief Enthusiasm Officer at Soaring Seniors Unlimited.
I love it. I
I
love it.
did find her on Facebook. She's facebook.com/Rita.Lose, Losee. And so I hope you'll reach out to her because we do want her to come back for
We'll
sure.
have her back and we'll get her computer better. Sometimes computers don't want to behave, and that's just the way it is.
I think it was her internet, honestly. Yep,
Yeah,
her internet
uh,
seemed like it was slowed down. So we've had that problem as well, haven't we?
Oh gosh, yes, quite often on my end, especially since I'm out here in the country. But my provider did come out and boost me, so I've got a little better bandwidth than I used to have. But I did have a little notice today when Marion and I were on Zoom. Your internet is what does it say? Your internet is slow or something, and then I froze. Marion was talking to me. She said, I know you're talking, but I can't hear you, and you're frozen.
Unstable is the word.
Unstable, that's it. And I don't know why. I just did that one time. And it usually only does it at night when everybody's home and on their internet. But anyway, tonight it's really good. We haven't had a challenge, have we?
No.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to recommend that we all we have a daily show called the Daily Reset for Success, and this is the Wisdom Chats for the Curious, and we typically have a nice guest on that talks to us about a topic. But I'm going to recommend that you all do something. I know it's not January 1st, and there's no, it's not time to, start fresh for the new year or anything, but think about it now. It's a good time to start incorporating some fitness into your life, no matter what your age, no matter what your mental issues are, whether you're in a depression or you're feeling great. It doesn't matter. You want to keep feeling that way. You want to keep up your health. And so by just walking or dancing or swimming or playing pickleball or just getting out into your garden and doing some exercise, I think it would help us not only physically but mentally.
It does. It really does. The mental is
Yeah.
big. Because sometimes up here in the country, I get lonely. And when I go outside, my cat comes with me. He keeps me company. And if my nephew is home, like on a weekend, he lets his dogs out. And I have companions to play with out there in the yard. If they don't knock me down, one of the dogs is getting so big and he loves to run into people. But they're good doggies. And just walking around the property, my nephew actually took the tractor and the mower and mowed the entire perimeter of our 5.5 acres. And he and his wife often walk that, and it's 1 mile. I know 2 trips around is 1 mile. And they do that way. I just have not wanted to do that, especially by myself, because some of that area is off in the corner of the world in the woods, and I don't want to go down there by myself in case I get something wrong, if I fall or whatever. So I have not walked it, but they do it quite often and love it.
Mm-hmm.
So walking is important.
Yes. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. We're a little early, but that's okay. We've got our message out there that even if you're a senior, just do it. Just get some kind of program going and get your friends involved and have some fun.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, I am so tickled that we did this, and so sorry that Rita couldn't join us. We will have her back, though.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. And Karen, we loved your comments. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. This is the Wisdom Chats for the Curious. We're here every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. and we look forward to connecting with you again.
Yes, we thank you. Love you.
Bye for now.
Hi.